Zach, WAIKUKU will line up in one of the big ones this weekend. Obviously a big win last time. How do you feel he's come on since then?
He's held his form. He's obviously not going to improve off that effort. You know, that's as good as he can go. And John's job is just to tick him over and keep him in that form. And you know, it's hard to get a guide on off his trials here sometimes, but so he pulled up well and he seems good. So we're happy.
Just on that recent trial, was that just sort of a matter of process? I mean, he obviously just had a nice canter round at the back and wasn't asked too much.
He's a quirky horse. Sometimes he turns up and he trials okay. Like, he never trials great on the dirt, but sometimes he turns up and he'll trial okay, and then other days he just doesn't seem to be that interested, and that was one of those days. But like I said, his action felt good and he pulled up well, so you know, he's always turned up race day, and that's when it matters.
That win in the Stewards Cup last time, so he had a dream run round. I mean, John referred to it as almost like a piece of track work. You've got speed either side of you. Is that definitely a positive in your mind, do you think? Hopefully the same run?
Yeah, of course. It's a nice gate. It's an interesting race with the sprinters stepping up in distance and the smaller field, which sometimes tactically can become quite competitive. So we'll just see how the track's playing on the day, and you know, John will tell me how to ride him, and hopefully we can get the job done again.
You won on the last 7-year-old to win this race. The Mighty Beauty Generation took his third. This guy's 7 as well. Do you feel he's right there to be able to knock off another Group 1, this guy?
Yeah, of course. He's always been right there. Unfortunately for him, he's run into 2 champions in his time here in Hong Kong, in Beauty Generation and Golden 60, and sometimes had to play second fiddle, but he's also been able to topple the champs at the same time. So he's a quality galloper. We've seen that, and hopefully he can get another Group 1 on the board.
Be nice to win another one for you, I'm sure. I think you've won 4 already, so this will be 5 if you can achieve it.
5 sounds better than 4, so let's go for it.
Alexis, Leading Fortune is a horse that you'll get back on board this weekend, having won last time, so always nice to get on one in such good form.
Yes, correct. I think this horse is in good form recently. The trip and the distance suits him very well. I used to win on him a few years ago or last year, I don't remember, but he's a nice horse to ride over the mile.
If I may refresh your memory, you won on him in January of last year. In fact, the horse you beat was Cheerful Days, so that form's pretty good, and he won off a similar mark as well. Correct.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, I believe the horse is in good form. Last time his win was Plenty of Authority, so hopefully he can repeat that performance.
And just in his recent runs, obviously, you know, John sort of changed the headgear around with him. It seems to have just brought him on that little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably. Maybe because of the age, and year after year, the horse get a little bit laid back, I suppose. And Blinker seems to work really well on him, and hopefully he can keep going in this way.
And also, it's good to have you back in action. Obviously, you've sat out the last couple. Beforehand, you were in such good form, so hopefully that can continue as well this weekend for you.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to be back. Obviously, I think I have pretty good rides on Sunday, at least very competitive. I expect some good results.
Paul, REVE Parisienne is a newcomer to your stable. He was a 3-time winner in New Zealand for Tony Pike. He's done most of his training up at Chung Fa. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, well, his trials have been quite good up at Chung Fa. He's had 2 or 3 now, maybe 4. And you know, he's fit enough to race, but there's a lot of improvement in him, and you know, in our current situation it's been very difficult for me to see him for a long time, and so again makes it a little bit more difficult to predict how he'll go.
Just with a couple of trials at Chung Fa, has he seemingly been a horse that's easy enough to come to hand from what you can gather?
I think so. His second trial was a big improvement on his first one, and I've got Marco Choi up there as matey, and big asset because he can sort of sit on them and give us an idea whether they're ready to race or not, and he seemed to think the horse was ready to go.
He won 3 in New Zealand for Tony Pike. Having gone back and had a look at those replays, he seems to show a really good attitude, this horse, and battles on strongly.
Yes, yeah, he's an easy horse to do anything with, and looks pretty determined in his races, but a few of those races were on rain-affected going, so you know, he's got to battle the hard tracks of Sha Tin.
A few obviously perhaps negatives there, but just on the race itself this weekend, I mean, it probably isn't the deepest, and he gets in with a light weight, so I guess he's probably some sort of chance to take improvement from it.
It's a very, very even field, you know. You could sort of give 6 or 7 or 8 a chance in the race, but as I say, he's going to improve with the run, and you know, generally it's very difficult for horses to win in Class 3 first start here in Hong Kong, and I think it may prove that way for him.
Blake, Russian Emperor is your ride in this year's Gold Cup. A huge run in the Stewards' Cup last time. You must be really looking forward to getting back on board him.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to be reunited with him again. I've had 3 rides on him now, and he's ran great all 3 times. He's a very classy horse, and I think he's due for a win at the elite level in Hong Kong. He's really been knocking on the door, and you know, hopefully he can get his chance to get that elusive win on the weekend. And I think the race presents well for him, and we've obviously got one big task ahead of us, Golden 60, but I think my horse is ready for it.
Just on a recent trial, I mean, he looked rather impressive, finishing off his trial nicely over most definitely an inadequate trip. Were you and the team very happy with that trial?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you can trial on the dirt over 1200, and they can go very slow, and you can't take much away from it. At least over 1000 on the grass, you can have the benefit of the grass, and you can be guaranteed a genuine speed, and you can trial them how you want. And look, the horse just relaxed nicely, and what we wanted was him to run through the line. And after the winning post, he was in front and really going through the line nicely, and that's all we wanted. He felt great, and just ticking over into this weekend's race.
You're allowed to ride him in trials. It's almost a case of roles reversed when it comes to track work. What's been the report from his trainer, Douglas White, because he seems to do most of the work on this horse?
He does. Look, he knows the horse better than anyone. He's done a terrific job with the horse, preparing him, and I think he's got a wonderful understanding of him now. And he's echoing how good the horse is going, and yeah, like I said, he knows how to train him, he knows how to get him right for the big days, and I'm sure he's got him spot on.
He's obviously, it's well documented, Blake, he is yet to win a race here in Hong Kong with his pedigree and with his form from Europe, but how much are you looking forward to this race, and how much do you think you've got that chance to have a crack at Golden 60? You were quoted in the press as saying this is your sort of your big chance to take on the champ. Do you really feel this horse is ready to win a race like this?
Well, I do. You know, last time we got beat around about a length and a half by Golden 60 WAIKUKU. You know, they're the best milers in Hong Kong. We go to 2000 now, where last time Russian Emperor was at 2000. He got beat by the 2 Japanese horses and ran an unbelievable race. Golden 60, 2000's probably stretching him to his best. So he's going to, you know, he's going to have to perform at a very, very high level to beat Russian Emperor, where I know my horse is going to run an absolute maximum effort. So we're going to test Golden 60 no matter what. You know, it's going to be a great race.
And just finally, Blake, you're drawn in the same barrier as the Hong Kong Cup. No concerns in your mind there?
No, I think I'll just approach the race in the same manner. If it's a slow speed, we'll just ride him, you know, wherever he's comfortable. I know we were close to the speed last time, but he drew well, and he just naturally lobbed there. So it all comes down to pace and how I'm travelling, and we'll just ride the race accordingly.